Stadium in Kansas City. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Hey, Sunday. Fall down these two.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot. And
this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Pacheco will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Pacheco once more, and this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
An extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I can see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Back to throw now on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Ward. That's caught. It's the rookie from Oregon. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shot. Yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But
there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 71 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. A give to Pollard running left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Third down and 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. First down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Second and 9 now. That's dumped off to Pollard. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Ward. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Myers' kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for KC, 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 6 now. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Mahomes. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Butker's kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Warren, throwing to start the drive. Open man downfield is Ridley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Moore. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakakwo in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right side.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Attack, attack.
A gain of 17 yards.
57. Right side.
Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now 3rd down.
Attack, get on the ball. Yellow.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd and 20.
Yellow. Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Right side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the
Right
edge.
side. Right side.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Hey, dribble it, dribble it. Right side.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Trey Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then they didn't see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. Ward. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Put a man in motion left. Ridley. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here's Pollard again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ward down, operating from the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Moore. He's going to let it go again. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball. Guys, we can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. From the 35, here's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Come back. 15.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Loose inside the 30. inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Yellow.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. In a wild